Hey, I'm in the shop, baby. I don't do nothing but interview dope people. This is real though. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Yeah.
I'm lying?
Yeah.
I'm lying?
No, I'm just playing.
I was gonna say, dang, I'm lying? No, all I do is interview dope people. We have a special guest in the building. I'm getting ready to interview her, but I want her to introduce herself. Because if I introduce her, it's a little bit different. I don't have a platform to where I introduce people and they can walk out and people can cheer when they come out. So I like them to introduce themselves, and I might just have the crowd, put the crowd in right there, boop, 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 and then they just cheer all of that. But anyway, sweetheart, not interview yourself, but introduce yourself.
Hey y'all, I'm Slim, the owner of Slim Designs, Braiding and Loc Studio.
Okay, no doubt. But I want you to give them your government name. You gotta give your name. I'm just saying.
I'm Latricia.
There you go. And what's your last name?
Shorter.
There we go. That's all I wanted to get to. Listen, y'all don't understand. This is my cousin's wife. She out here doing it in St. Louis, man. She's out here braiding hair that can't be braided. All you little bitty hair people, she making y'all look amazing. She out here making y'all look amazing and making amazing things happen. Listen, we in her shop, amazing shop. Give them the address to your shop.
730 St. Ruth Francis Street, Florissant, Missouri 63031.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all think Florissant or Ferguson and all that stuff is the hood. It ain't the hood. This is a nice place.
Old Town Florissant.
Old Town Florissant. There you go. So she telling y'all, listen, this is Old Town Florissant, where where history lies, because she's going to be a part of history. What do you say?
Gang gang.
There you go. Well, let me ask you the question. So, we are in St. Louis, but is that where you are from? Are you from this great city?
Yes, I am from St. Louis.
What part of St. Louis are you from?
I was a military baby.
Okay.
So, I didn't stay in Florissant, Hazelwood, the city, Fort Leonard Wood. I just stayed all over.
You stayed all over. Okay, gotcha. Okay, good. Okay. So let me ask you a few questions. This is your interview, man. This is your debut on the Mr. Think Smart Show. If you ain't already know the Mr. Think Smart Show. So you're a military baby. I didn't know that. That's good information to know. I didn't know that. So as a military baby, traveling from different places, different locations, going from home to home. How was that living in, primarily in St. Louis, but how was that? Was it hard to make friends and, get used to things?
Yes, it was hard to make friends because by the time I had a friend, it was time to move again.
Right.
And then being black too, because back when I was little, Florissant and Hazelwood was majority white. So I was probably about the only black kid around then. Wow.
So that was a definite growth process. You got to relearn. So you're not, but you know what? That kind of helps you though, because you're not willing. You're willing to. If you got to move, you're kind of used to it.
Yeah.
You got to get up and move. You used to change, exactly. So let me ask you a question. What made you want to become an entrepreneur?
In the beginning, what drove me basically was the authority of other people. I don't like authority from other people.
Okay, got it.
What pushed me more was Corey, my husband.
There you go. Plug.
He was waiting on it.
Plug.
But yeah, that's what pushed me for real. I just got tired of dealing with the upper people, bosses. I was like, I can't take this no more.
And you know what? I think that's what pushes a lot of people, because of the strong arm of a boss. In my perspective, I never thought of myself as a boss. I thought myself as a leader, to lead people and not just boss people around. Now we're in your beautiful shop. You do beautiful things in here. A lot of products, a lot of things have been done, but you specialize in a few things. What do you specialize in?
Faux locks, goddess locks, instant locks, handmade locks, and that's it so far. Yeah.
Okay, so far. Cool. So you still doing anything? So, hey, if you out here, you got locks, braids, things like that. Hey, you need to holler at your girl.
Slim.
Holla at your girl Slim. She gonna take care of you. We know where you from. We know your business. We know what you do. We know you're married. Flash that ring. Bing, bing, bing. Bling, bling. My cousin did a good job. I'm just letting you know. So now let's go into the drive of the beginning. So how did you start braiding? Like when was that? When did that start?
At the age of 12.
Okay. So at the age of 12 you start, is that family you was doing, family and friends?
No, I was like walking around my house playing in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept asking my mom, was it a braid in the back of my head? And she wasn't good at that. She was, girl, get out my face. So I just kept going because I got tired of my mama doing my hair and my ponytails going east, west, and south. Mm-hmm. So I had to practice something.
So that started the journey just doing braid. You didn't know at that time that you were going to actually do it for a living.
No, not at that time. But then also I had met a girl that's my cousin now. I didn't know she was my cousin back then. And we used to skip school to do hair. Each other's hair.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Y'all were practicing.
Yeah, this was elementary school we were skipping too.
Wow. Hey, the grind starts early. The grind starts early, and ain't nothing wrong with that. So then you move forward, and then you practice. Practice doesn't make perfect, but it makes you better. And then you decide to become an entrepreneur. So the shop that we in, this is the first shop you ever had?
Yes, my first shop.
First shop. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with the beginning, because the beginning starts something and it ignites something that is amazing and is foregoing. And I know you got vision, because I'm looking at this shop and hey, it's a lot of shops I've been in. They don't even look this good. They don't even look. Hey, real talk. So if you had to like actually thank anybody, for the journey that you've been on, other than your husband, because you've already thanked him, and we know you thank him very well. We know you thank him, but anybody out there, people, places, things that help you, mold your craft.
It's a list. So the first person,
be brief.
The first person I thank is my cousin Mary, because she stayed on me. She made sure that I stayed focused and to be married first before I decide about children or whatnot, and just keep pushing with my goals with the hair. My mentor Vivian, she the one that really pushed me to be my own boss. She made me quit the jobs.
Wow.
That's it for real.
That's
I
it for
really
real.
gotta go down there.
Okay, we ain't gonna go down. Like they know who they are.
Yeah.
They know they are.
Yeah.
So okay, before you actually started your own shop, did you work for a shop, or did you kind of bounce around for a minute before you made the decision to create your own shop? So what was the journey like? Like I want the people to know your journey, because there's a lot of people out here that they do hair, they do braids, they do all type of stuff, they do nails, they do whatever. But what was the journey? Explain that to me.
Ooh, the journey started in my townhome that I had in the living room. Well, not the living room, the dining room. I changed my dining room into a shop. And I was doing her from there until I got tired of doing her out of the house. Well, it was an incident that happened that I had to get out the house to do her in the shop. I jumped around to a couple of shops, and then I found my home at 2K Styles. I stayed there for about 2 years, and within the 2 years I kept feeling like I was missing something, and what I was missing was being around people that did what I did, because I was stuck in a barbershop. So I ended up finding another shop that was called the Lox, and when I got to the Lox, I started enhancing my skills with what I was already doing, and from the Lox I decided to jump out here and get my own shop.
So how long were you at the Lox?
I went twice. I'm say about a year.
About a year.
Yeah.
So we're looking like maybe a 4-year journey.
2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
Okay. So you kind of jumped. Okay. But the longest was at the first shop.
The 2K Styles.
2K Styles. Okay, got it. So a lot of people are not willing to jump out there on faith. They're not willing to take that extra step. So what encouraging words would you give anybody doing anything based off their passion, their love, their drive? Because a lot of people are afraid.
Well, if you ain't afraid, it ain't for you to do. Like
there you go.
You gotta trust God.
talk your talk. Why don't you?
But yeah, you gotta trust God.
Now I do believe in that there is a time, there is a place, but you do have to. Faith is something that you cannot justify, and it's a comfort zone. But a lot of people block themselves from the comfort zone from stepping out, because one of my mentors back in Texas, he said, "Listen, if you doing it on the side, until you do it independently, it's a hobby."
Yeah, or a hustle.
Or a hustle, exactly. And even though I know we hustling, we from St. Louis, so you can't still hustle without STL.
You better say it.
Right. But you cannot formally do it as a business until you do it independently. All right. I like the direction this is going. So so you've been on a few platforms, you've spoken on a few platforms, you've done your thing with talking to people and putting yourself out there. So where else can people find you social media wise that they can follow you and they can actually, come in, check you out, see what you got going on?
Well, right now, I only let my clients follow me on Instagram.
Okay.
So that's Lox is what I do.
Lox is what I do. That's the Instagram?
Yeah.
So at Lox is what I do.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So not only are you married, not only do you do Lox, not only are you an entrepreneur, but you actually play a role that's different than a lot of people. You play a role as a mother going into a marriage, holding down a family, and being a wife. How is that?
It took some time to get used to.
Right, I get it.
It was just me and my dog for a long time.
Right. If you had anything to say to the woman who is dating, who just got married, and she's married into a person, a male, that has a child, what would be your best advice?
Count to 10 and compromise.
Compromise. Got it. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You have to be patient, right? You gotta be patient.
Yes.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. So, back to a question that I asked already, but I want to ask you one more time. You've been thankful, and I know based off just knowing you. Is there anybody you missed that you would like to thank? Because I believe in giving back. I believe in helping others. I believe in supporting others. Is there anybody on certain levels that you say, you know what, they were mirror people that I watched that helped me to motivate me, to push me to this level that I am right now while sitting in this chair?
Yeah. I always do the credits when it's due. So,
Okay.
Back at the Loc Law, Alexis Sproul. I hope I said her last name right. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have learned how to enhance my parting with my locks that I do now, and also grooming me to make my own hair product and to have my t-shirts. Also, Amber, because she's another loctician too. She showed me some different things along the way. So I most definitely thank them, because without them, I wouldn't be where I am today.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And you are an independent woman. You ain't got no other job but this job.
Yeah.
That's the realest thing that people don't understand. This is what you do.
All day, every day.
And it's a hustle.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. I want to salute the divinity in you. And we will see you next time in the future on the Mr. ThinkSmart show. And you'll be like, hey, I got $1 million shop. I got $1 million shop, Joe. You interviewed me and I had $100,000 shop, but now I got $1 million shop, and I got so many people. Man, we thank you for being on the Mr. ThinkSmart show. We thank you for being on ThinkSmart TV, and hey, we salute you.